We've seen a few highlight reel moments from some rookie playmakers to kick off the regular season. Young Lachlan Galvin down at the Tigers certainly springs to mind. But I think we need to give a bit more credit to Isaiya Katoa and what he's doing in this Dolphins attack. He's only got one try assist to his name so far this season, but Katoa's been involved in every other scoring action for the Dolphins to begin the year, playing with some fundamentals and some signs of his ball playing that we usually only look for in veteran NRL halfbacks. You can see what he does at pivot here. We've seen him out the back on the edges in the second or third layer of a shift. Also looks very comfortable in this on-the-ball roll around the ruck. That little tempo change, tucks the ball just slightly and takes a few quick steps towards the defence. And see what that does to Chris Randall, who plants his feet. Dave Fafita has to turn hard and chase when the ball goes wide. He gets completely turned inside out by Cody Nikorima here. And Randall has to do a lot of work to cover back on the inside when Felice pokes his nose through. That all starts with that half a second that Katoa had on the ball. Another nice little involvement here. The kick ends up a little heavy and goes dead, giving away a 7-tackle set. But I just love the way Katoa finds these little pockets of space in the line before passing, or in this case, kicking. He makes every option, every player around him an option in this shape here. He's got Jake Averillo pushing up off his hip. Shapes to drop off to Ewan Aiken, which just holds the attention of Fodawaker long enough for Katoa to straighten up, sit on that 4-man, get Tanner Boyd interested, and then roll one into the in-goal. Again, tiny little nuances to his ball playing, but something that'll see him feature in the NRL for a long time. So with Katoa getting all these little things right, it's allowing him to really effectively execute game plans on the field for this Dolphins attack. And in NRL Round 4, unfortunately for Tanner Boyd and AJ Brimson, the game plan was definitely to target their defensive positioning and their decisions out on the edge. They fired 3 shots at the Titans' right edge before eventually scoring through Jack Bostock, and I love the little variations that Katoa made to the Dolphins' attack to eventually find the route to the try line. So the first one they shot from about 30 metres out in yardage. Katoa into the line, that nice little stutter step and change of tempo before throwing to Tabuai Fidow. Tanner Boyd very aggressive off his line here. This will be a trend throughout this sequence. The Titans' right edge really working hard to get off their line and jam in, cut down Katoa's time with the ball. Boyd doesn't make the stop, so Hammer resets back to the middle, and this is a sign of a really well-coached footy team that the Dolphins are able to fire another shot straight away without resetting. Flegler in at first receiver, providing a really nice occasional pass option for the Dolphins this year. Throws out the back to Katoa, who just has just a string shape outside him. Ewan Aiken, Jake Averillo pushing up hard off his hip. Again, the Titans up quickly off their line. Tanner Boyd into Katoa. Brimson turns on Ewan Aiken, and Sami follows them in to jam Averillo. Katoa knows this is coming. He immediately rifles one out to Jack Bostock. Doesn't nail the pass, but he does nail the option. Bostock can't find his way to the line, so the Dolphins reset back to the middle. And third time lucky, they make some adjustments on the run to pick out the try assist shape here. Katoa deep into the line. This time it's a double lead runner with Hammer sweeping out the back. Tanner Boyd's up quickly here. AJ hedging his bets. He's nice and tight in with his half, but he's also quite worried about Hammer sweeping out the back, understandably, given Tabuai Fidow's gravity as a ball runner. AJ works off his line, has to cut back in and make a legs tackle on Averillo, which allows Averillo to get the offload away, and then a bit of a miracle flick pass for the Hammer to find Bostock in the corner. There's some luck involved with that final pass, but the fundamentals and the adjustments that Katoa is playing with here to identify, okay, Brimson and Tanner Boyd are jamming in hard. Let's give him a double lead option to consider. AJ doesn't know whether to turn in on Averillo or follow Hammer out the back, and Katoa picks him with that indecision. That's great playmaking from a young halfback. And so the Dolphins went back to the well. Bostock scoring again just before half-time, following some pretty similar principles. This time Katoa running with, call it a double jockey shape if you like. Block shape with Ewan Aiken and Mark Nichols as the lead and jockey. And then Hamaso sweeping out the back as that second jockey. The principle is the same. Get AJ to make a decision between jamming on that first jockey, which is Nichols, or following Hammer out the back. Perhaps thinking about what happened the last time Katoa came down this way, AJ actually checks Nichols first here, which allows Hammer to get outside his man and loft a beautiful pass over the top for Bostock to finish in the corner. again, lovely ball playing, conditioning the defence to expect Katoa to play short, and then catching him out the back, adjusting on the run. The Titans just had no answers for Katoa in this one. I'm not sure if they meant to, but Isaiya and the Dolphins certainly saved the best for last, continuing to play towards that principle of isolating Tanner on a bigger lead runner and then getting AJ to choose between jamming or following Hammer sweeping out the back. The lead up to Tabuai-Fido's try, I feel sorry for Tanner here. There's not much more he could have done. Katoa nice and deep into the line and just telling lies with his eyes here. This lovely no-look pass, shaping to find Hammer out the back, but punching Tom Flegler into a flat-footed Tanner Boyd. He's a willing defender, puts his body in front, but gets trampled by the big unit. And you can see AJ here, having worried so much about Hammer sweeping wide, he's not tight enough in to help his half make the tackle. Flegler gets the offload away, and Hammer scores. This is exactly how Wayne would have drawn this up at training during the week. Really impressive to see Katoa executing a game plan this way, picking up multiple options down that left edge, but all based on the same principle of targeting Boyd and Brimson.